Welcome back to another YouTube video of FlareFX, where we make trading very simple. Before I get started, thank you guys for 100 subscribers. Road to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and we can surely do that. And then in today's video, I'll be breaking down Fibonacci and how you can use it. There will be live market examples and illustrations as well, because I know you guys like those stuff. And then if you're new here, please make sure you comment, please make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button to know when I post videos, you get what I mean? And then as much as it is repost on Instagram, I love the feedback, especially in the DMs. You guys go crazy, guys. Like, it really means a lot when people really get value from the content I make, right? But without further ado, let's just watch till the end. Now, in today's video, I'll be breaking down what Fibonacci is, how you can utilize it in your trading, and how I personally use it, right? So before we get into anything else, I first need to make you understand what is Fibonacci anyways. Like, what is the term Fibonacci? For traders who haven't used it before, it's a tool that we use in trading that it helps us identify entry points, maybe like entries that other traders are looking into coming into, right? So I'll just break it down what it means and how you can also use it, you get what I mean? So with the Fibonacci, it's basically a mathematical sequence, right? The Fibonacci tool in trading is based on the Fibonacci sequence, right? It's a series of numbers where each of the numbers is a sum of the two preceding numbers. So for example, right, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 8 is 13, and so on and so on. You get what I mean? That is the Fibonacci sequence. And we utilize this in trading too. It helps us like identify key points or key zones to execute based off of, right? And then number two, the Fibonacci gives us like retracement levels. Traders use retracement levels such as the 32.8, the 38.2, the 50%, the 61. These levels are very, very, very sensitive points, and this is where price usually retraces back to before it initially comes back into like an extension. You get what I mean? So going to number three. So Fibonacci has extension levels. The extension levels are like 161, 261, 423. Like, those are the points where you could be looking into taking profits, right? So basically the tool helps us measure the retracement and how far the extension could go. So it measures the retracement and then it tells us how far the extension can go. You get what I mean? And with also Fibonacci, it helps us identify like support and resistance levels. Like, often with when we use the Fibonacci and then we find retracement areas, they align with support and resistance areas, so it makes us understand. And the fifth one, Fibonacci also helps us with like the psychological impact, right? The Fibonacci is also widely used in the market and is popular because, like, if a lot of people use a specific strategy or specific tool, then it's easier because a lot of traders, yes, we don't move the market, but when everybody sees the same thing and everybody retraces the way or executes based on the Fibonacci in itself, then the price moves according to the masses. You get what I mean? But I'll teach you the way I also incorporated in my trading and how you can use it too. Now, before we head into the charts, I just wanted to show you some sort of diagram so you can understand the practicality of the Fibonacci. And once you can understand the basis of it, then it's going to be easier for you to execute it on the live market charts, right? So we'll first start off initially with the market, how it is. We'll use both situations, a trend continuation, breaks of structures, and then also a change of character, right? So with Fibonacci, right, clean cut, simple, right? We come over here. Let's say we have a high and a low, price comes, break structure, break of structure, comes back low, and stuff like that, right? So now this is where the Fibonacci comes in, right? So a Fibonacci works very, very, very well, especially in trending markets that are making continuous higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows. You get what I mean? So a trending market is really what you need, especially for the Fibonacci to work, right? So with this tool, right, as the market impulses all the way to the top, you come with your Fibonacci tool and you mark out the highs and the lows, right? Initially with my Fibonacci, I like to start from the swing high all the way to the bottom of the swing low, and I use this extension as a take profit, right? So clean cut finish. So price makes a high and retraces. All of this that you see that's over here is a retracement into this zone. This is the zone where you'd come in with your buy limit or sell limit, put it over here, right? come put your stop loss over here, your take profits right around at this point, right? But now you must also understand there's so many confluences that come with it. The Fibonacci is not a holy grail strategy where it's like, oh my gosh, Fibonacci, I'm gonna just execute based off of that, right? There's so many practicalities that comes with it, and this is something that I teach my clients and my students as well. Mentorship down in the link below, just make sure that you click it, and then afterwards I'll help you, right? But like, those are the intricacies that we go through, especially with my clients and my students, especially with the Fibonacci. But understanding the basis of it, you can still clean, you can still be profitable. It's just for the people who want the clean cut entries, right? So even with this situation, for me personally, I start from the top all the way to the bottom over here, and then we kind of move it all the way there. Then price usually retraces here, right? And then now for me, I've kind of gotten to a point where I only use the Fibonacci, especially in changes of characters, right? But when price has a trend reversal or it changes character, this is where this thing really works, right? So for me personally, I would come in, right? I would mark at this low all the way to this high over here, right? And then what price would usually do when you are highlighting these points, it will come back into that zone, retrace all the way into the 61% or the 50%. From there, come back all the way down over here. This would be initially take profit 1, this would be take profit 2, this would be take profit 3. So for take profit 3, it would be a reason if you'd like to swing, you know, and for people that like to trade Falcon as well, this is an head shoulders pattern, you get what I mean? So this is how it genuinely works and how you can mark it out, from the low to the high or from the swing high to the swing low. Obviously, I'll show you how I mark out my Fibonacci in the end of the video, so stay tuned to the end of the video so you can get the full breakdown of my, and like the settings of my Fibonacci, so you can use it as well, right? So now, since you kind of understand the basis of everything, I'll just run it back one more time, from the bottom to the top all the way to the side over here, clean cut finish. This zone is where I usually execute based on the Fibonacci zone. Price reacts. This is a very sensitive zone because it's a retracement. Price usually retraces 61 to 50% all the way to the top and come back to this extension over here, right? Hence why this Fibonacci makes sense with this one too. Our price came down over here, price came over down over here, respected the zone, pushed up, right? And the same situation with the trend reversal over here. We took this thing from here all the way up here, and price reversed and went all the way to TP, right? So now, understanding the simple practicalities and the small intricacies, now we can go into the live market chart so you can understand how you can incorporate this in your trading. Right now, if you've made it to this far of the video, well done. So now I just want to show you how you can incorporate the Fibonacci tool, especially in a live market example, so you can understand how you can execute and include it in your trading, right? So cool. The price action that I really wanted to focus on is all this thing that's happening over here, because the market is trending. Everything is trending. It's making higher highs, higher lows, these breaks of structures, these reversals, you get what I mean? So the nice thing about this, we'll just mark out the highs and the lows so you can understand what I'm necessarily looking for, just like that and like that. These are the highs and these are the lows, right? Clean cut finish for now, right? So cool cut. Now with me personally, the way I trade this, the Fibonacci, and the way I use it is based on the retracements that it makes, and then the way the extension is for the take profit, right? So okay, so this is a high and then this is a low, right? I would come over here, mark out this high and mark out this low. Do you get what I mean? So now obviously it's not going to be a clean cut finish. Well, let me just do it like this. There you go, relatively around that area. And the nice thing about this, remember what I mentioned before, right? You kind of have to use the Fibonacci with other confluences as well. You can't only look at it in an isolated fashion, right? So the nice thing about this, right, there's an order block that it has created over here, right, which it has mitigated, and this order block is at a very sensitive zone in terms of like support and resistance structure, and the Fibonacci is also highlighting it, right? So now we'll remove the Fibonacci because we've understood this was the whole impulsive leg. Let me just mark out the whole impulsive legs for people who don't understand. This is an impulsive leg. Okay, that's clean cut finish. This is an impulsive leg. That is an impulsive leg too, right? So now you come with the Fibonacci once again from the top till the bottom, right over here, clean cut finish. As you can see, the Fibonacci is literally over here, and it's trending, right? So now the price will come back down over here, make a low, retrace back into the 50 to 61% range, right? And then remember, this is also in a sensitive spot because this was a resistance area before, right? We could pull price back over here. You could tell that it has respected here, it has bounced over here, like, and also bounced over here. You get what I mean? So like these areas where the Fibonacci gives you clues. You don't just look at it in isolation. You kind of have to use it with other confluences as well, right? Okay, cool. Marking out the impulses as much as it is. Let's zoom in a little bit more, Here's the third impulse, right? Look at this from the top, right, till the bottom, right? Look at how it to the T. If you were to take this trade, obviously your entry would be right over here, appropriate. There you go, and then there, and then your take profit one would be here. Clean card finish. This is a 1:6. Really good trade. Will remove the Fibonacci just based on the execution of it on its own. And look at how nice the area is at, right? The resistance. This used to be a support. Price broke out. Now it's a resistance. Price is resisting off of this point, and it's also in alignment with the Fibonacci. Do you see what I'm going with? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, once you start using the Fibonacci, like with other confluences as well, it makes it easier for you to execute trades because you use it as a confluence. Number one, the order block, there's an order block that it is printed. Number two, the order block that is printing, or what the Fibonacci is highlighting, is at a very strong zone in terms of support and resistance, which you can execute as well. So you use order blocks, support and resistance, Fibonacci, you know what I mean? You could even use liquidity concepts, even that are in there. You get what I mean? You're just stacking confluences, and the Fibonacci tool is an even its own. What is the name? It is a tool, not a strategy that you could use. For sure, you could call it that, but it's a tool that helps you figure out how far retracement can go, and if it does come to that retracement, how far it can extend to. You get what I mean? And if you have made it this far of the video, please make sure you comment if you haven't understood anything, because a lot of people still find it very hard. And I think once you get to that point, DM me on Instagram, and then maybe we could talk about coming in and enrolling into FlareFX, where we teach you from the top to the bottom the intricacies, how you can identify the order blocks, the support and resistance structures, and how we can incorporate everything into one that makes it a fully functional chain where you can ride it all the way to consistency. If you made it this part of the video, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. FlareFX signing out.